And so you don't really have the money to be rich. Well, that's according to this man here. We have Steve Siebold joining us this morning, author of How Rich People Think. Steve, thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
Well, tell me a little bit about how this book came to be.
Well, in 1984, I was a broke college student, like most college students, and I wanted to be rich. I really thought it would be a great thing, and so I started interviewing rich people, and I've been doing that now for 26 years.
And that has made the difference for you.
Yeah, they think it's like they're living on a different planet than the rest of us in terms of thinking about money. And so I learned their philosophies and their habits and their actions and put it to work.
And so a lot of people might say, you know, when you interview rich people, they have money. So, you know, it obviously seems like it's easier if you have money to make more money.
Oh, it is. No question about it. But you've got to have that first, like they say, the first million is the hardest.
Right.
But I used to think it was because you don't have any money and you have to build it from scratch.
Right.
But it's really because they believe it. Because in the beginning, you don't believe you can do it, typically. But rich people tend to believe they can make it even when they have nothing.
And is it delving into the stock market? I mean, what is it that the difference between, you call them world class as opposed to middle class, right?
I think it's a consciousness. It's a consciousness of they look at money as a friend. They typically love what they do. I mean, Rich DeVos, right from Grand Rapids here. Yeah, as a neighbor of mine in Florida, and here's a guy that always has loved what he's done, built all these companies and just did unbelievable work. And I think it starts with a consciousness of going after what you want as opposed to being afraid of money and saying, oh my gosh, I hope I have enough to survive.
Right. And as far as you talk about having, to go after things, is it investing in businesses? Is it, what is it that can get you to that $1 million mark?
Solving problems is number one. That's what they told me for 26 years. Look for a problem to solve and solve it. And solve as big a problem as you can or solve a problem for as many people as you can. And the world will gladly make you rich.
And I myself included, when we talk about, investing in stock markets to try and make more, I look at that as a gamble. And I'm not a good gambler. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. Is hard to let go of what you do have.
Yeah, the rich are actually pretty conservative in their investments. What they do is they focus on earning, and then they don't have to make the big hit. They don't have to take the gambles, as you mentioned, Mike.
Right.
Because they earn so much, they can be very conservative and make very low returns on their investments.
Now, you say, so for folks who might be interested in some of your book, you have a way for them to kind of get a look at it before they buy it, kind of thing.
Yeah, they can get 5 chapters for free at a website called HowRichPeopleThinkBook.com. It's a short website.
But is this, you've found success with this way of life. What do you say to other people that, are very, very, I guess, not sure about trying to making a big change like this?
I would say I get that. I understand that because I felt the same way. I thought this was all hocus pocus and, it was all fluff and all that, but it's really not. It really is a consciousness. If you open your mind and you start to look at money in terms of what do I want? What number do I need to have, or what would I want to have in my ultimate scenario? And then you start moving toward it in terms of abundance and possibility as opposed to fear, I hope I don't have enough. It's a consciousness, and that's where it begins.
All right, and if you want more information, of course, on that book, you can head to our webpage, fox17online.com, and then hit our morning page for more information. Steve, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks, Mike.
It is 8:41, and coming up, bees.